though, I speak it though, I speak it though. What's on your mind? What's on your mind is deep though. I speak it though. We on the air, we on the air. Just take it there, I'ma take it there. Hold up, hold up, hold up. Yeah, I'm talking about it, but I'm real about it. I speak on it, but don't catch feels about it. We can chop it up like it's nothing, baby.
What's going on, everyone? We are back here live here in the OT Radio Show. We got a very good show for y'all today. Today we have on hairstylist and owner and creator of CandleLux, Mr. Lance. McBrayer is joining us here on the show, all the way, y'all, all the way from Boston. And we're here to talk to him because let me tell you something. He got some unique candles that is blowing Boston away. And we're going to talk about that shop he got, y'all. We're going to dive all into all that, man, because I'm telling y'all, Boston OT Radio Show is here. So, hey, let's go ahead and bring him in. Our producer said he is ready to have his conversations with us. Mr. Lance, how are you feeling today?
Hey, sir. How you doing today? I'm doing good. It's a beautiful sunny day here in Boston, so we're happy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, so let's dive into something. Who is Lance?
Well, I call myself a serial entrepreneur.
Okay.
So that basically means that, you know, I've all my life I've been starting businesses of all sorts. When I was 12 years old, I started my first one. I sold hot air popcorn with Kool-Aid flavorings to kids in the neighborhood in like little plastic baggies. And so, you know, I sold it for $0.25 a bag. And that's how I first started my first entrepreneurial venture. And then, you know, in my teens, I had a business that was called The Hookup. And that was me as a personal shopper for men, businessmen, and dudes who wanted to look their best, where I would shop for them. And then when I got married at 22 years old, my wife and I started our own hair salon a year after that, after I got married. And so I've been a salon owner, and then I eventually became a stylist about a year after that for the last almost 30 years, 28 years or so. So, yeah, and in between there's been a lot of things going on, too.
Oh, man. Well, let me ask this question because, you know, like you said, you know, you are a hairstylist, too, right? And what made you go from hairstylist to candles? Because you started out doing, you know, doing the COVID thing. You started out with the natural bath and body products, right?
Yeah,
Let's talk about that
right.
a little bit.
Yeah, I like how you got all your facts, bro. That's awesome. Yeah, so definitely during what I've coined Corona-cation, I wanted folks to focus on their self-care. And so I started what I called at that time a self-care revolution. As a hairstylist, as you mentioned, I had already had my own all-natural hair care line called CandleLux about 4 or 5 years ago. And then during Corona-cation, as I mentioned, I started the bath and body products. And so these are all natural bath and body salts, you know, shower gels, bath bombs, everything that people could like luxuriate in while we were like on lockdown. And so I wanted people to just like really just focus on their self-care. And then I thought to myself, well, you know, what would round off that whole like self-care regimen? And ding, candles came to mind. So it was HairLux, and then BodyLux, and then CandleLux. So yeah, that's how CandleLux came about, is just part of a self-care revolution that I want people to enjoy. You know, if you've ever lit a candle while you were like stressed out or taking a bath, hot bath or shower, you realize like the ambient lighting that it provides, as well as the candles that I make. They're made with pure essential oils, so they actually are aromatherapeutic, and they really just affect your mind and your mood. So they don't only smell good, they are good for you.
Wow, because you know what? I was about to ask you, but you already answered that question for me. Like, what makes your candles different? And you like, hey, listen, you know, essential oils, you know what I mean? Like, wow.
Yeah. So most candle companies will only use like fragrance oils. So these are like basically made up in the lab to smell like, I don't know, popcorn or chocolate fudge or whatever. Sometimes they might have some essential oils in them, depending on the scent. However, my first collection, which was the spa collection that I first started out with, was only and is only pure essential oils. And part of that was because my wife was really very sick at the time. And so non-COVID related, she actually had to be hospitalized. She came down with this like very rare skin disease called erythroderma. She had to, it was this peeling, really painful skin condition from the top of her head to the bottom of her feet. So when she came home, I needed to make sure that whatever I was doing in the kitchen, with the double boiler over the stove making candles, needed to be like super clean, super natural. And so that's why I use organic soy wax, which is another thing that sets us apart. But then only pure essential oils, not fragrance oils made in the lab, but these are things made from nature, whether it's lavender or chamomile or eucalyptus, any of these sorts of things made from trees, barks, leaves, plants, all those sorts of things. And so science has proven that, these really affect people's minds and their moods and allows them to relax or get invigorated, whatever they need, depending on, what type of essential oils we have for you in the candles.
Well, let's dive into something else though, right? Because with your oils, with your candles, and with the body, now you have something that I'm like, all right, I never heard of it, right? But I kind of heard of it, but you put a whole brand new twist on it. The bar. You have a candle bar that people could come and make candles, dude. Like, let's talk about that a little bit. Can you hear me? Hello? Okay. All right. So I think we are having a little bit of technical difficulties. I don't know if you heard me or not, but can you hear me? Just put a thumbs up.
You know what? I don't know if you could hear me, but I think the audio is.
Yeah. It sounds like your audio is going down. It sounds like your audio is going up and down. All right, so let's talk about your candle bar, right?
I'm sorry. I think my audio is messing. I'm kind of missing what you're asking about.
Okay, so
you asking about
I'm asking
parties?
Yes, I'm asking about the candle pouring bar. Let's talk about that.
All right, shake your hand if you can hear me. Are you able to hear me?
No, I can't.
Yes or no?
Nope. Can't hear you. Someone send him a message, please. Yeah, we sending you a message right now.
If you can hear me, I'm going to. Is that correct?
Yes. Okay. He just went out. All right, y'all. So we're going to try to bring him back in before we could talk about the candle pouring bar. Like, he have a candle pouring bar out there in Boston where you can actually learn how to make candles. And when I tell y'all how he have it set up, how things is beautiful looking in there, man, y'all got to go. When you in Boston, you have to go check him out. Y'all have to go check him out. We still having a little bit of technical difficulties with him. Hopefully he can get, I guess, his signal correct. But we just gonna keep on diving back into it always, y'all. You know what I mean? Because that's what your boy OT do. But yeah, so we have him on, and I think he's coming back on. There we go. So he's actually back on. So now we can actually see him. So
all right, and now I can hear you. I was having a problem hearing
you. Yeah. So let's talk about the candle bar, the candle pouring bar. How did that all come about?
Yeah, so like I mentioned, I started actually making the candles during Corona-cation, so that's been about 3 years ago. But about January of 2021, I decided that, I enjoyed making the candles so much, it kind of became a spiritual thing for me, I guess. And I said, well, how can I get it make it so that other people can enjoy, this Zen candle making experience as well. And so I decided to come up with the candle bar. And basically that is a stationary place that we have at our studio in the Back Bay of Boston. But then also we can take it mobile, where think about it like an ice cream bar, if you will, where you walk up and you can pick, what kind of toppings you want, the flavor of your ice cream, all that kind of thing. And so that's what our candle bar is. You walk up, you pick your vessel. We have an array of different vessels that you can choose. Then you pick your scent. So we have a scent station with about like 50 different scents that you can choose from. And you can mix and combine these as you want and make it your very own custom scented candle. And then we help you pour the wax at the candle bar area.
I like that.
It's in this like 80-gallon tank, if you will. That's actually used for brewing beer originally, but I found out that it works perfect for keeping my wax melted in large volumes. And then people are able to like stir, put in their wick, and then it takes about like 35 to 45 minutes for it to solidify and cool. And then they get to embellish it with like crystals, gemstones, botanicals, all sorts of like beautiful things to make it their very own like custom scented and self-embellished candle, as a gift for themselves or for someone else that they love. So yeah, and that's been very, very popular along with our candle parties. So like we actually have it for like bachelorette parties. We do birthday parties, all kinds of bar mitzvahs, We do a lot of corporate events for team building. So yeah, it's been really awesome and people love the experience. It's super fun. It gets you creative, gives you to be a bit of a scientist as well as you're mixing and matching all of your scents and the wax. So it's just a really good time. So it's kind of based off of the sip and the paint and sip concept, but we're sip and pour. So there's always some libations, at these events too. So that, you cannot have fun with wax and wine,
Right.
Yeah.
Oh man, so tell our listeners and people that's going to be watching this and people that's going to be listening to it, when or do you have special dates that you actually offer these kind of
Yeah, we have some that are definitely recurring. So of course, you can book a private event. People can book a private event both at our studio, as well as I said, we go mobile with it, so we can come to your home or your office, wherever. And then also we have like on first Fridays, the first Friday of every month, we have first Fridays candle party, we call it. And then on third Thursdays, we have girls' night out. So you can, the ladies can get their girls together. Fellas too. Fellas still show up sometimes. Right. And then also we have like a Sunday brunch, brunch and bubbly, we call it. Candle making with brunch and bubbly. And then also we have a date night candle making parties on the third Fridays of every month. So yeah, so that's really beautiful and special. It's kind of like allows couples to get together, do something fun and creative and interactive. And then we also do like a lot of like couple-centric questionnaires or games or whatever. So it really gets people to connect and maybe have some things to talk about later on. Sometimes it's good things, sometimes it might be bad, depending on the answer during the game. But yeah, but generally we get nothing but great feedback from it. Like, yeah, it's a lot of positive energy for sure.
Yo, man, I love this, man. I love this because when you have people that think about Boston, I'm going to tell you, think about Boston. You're like, do I really want to go to Boston? Now y'all got something to go to. We here, y'all got something to go to and enjoy yourself. I will always recommend, definitely out of towners to go to Boston to actually check out this stuff, man, because I think they have a very good time, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially with your candles, because you're talking about crystals and now everybody into the crystals.
Yeah, man, we have
and everything else. So, yeah.
That's right. Candles, crystals, and Ciroc is another one of our events that we have.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, the triple C effect, brother. Candles, crystals, and Ciroc. So you know it's a good time.
Oh man. Well, listen, man, I definitely appreciate you joining me here on the show to talk about all the fantastic things that you got going on, man. Make sure you stay in touch with us. We are here, and when I make my travels to Boston, because I do go to Boston at least 2 times a year. When I make my travels now I will and stop by with a group because I'm
Yeah,
always going with a
definitely.
group. I'll
Hey,
stop
man,
by with a group, but I'll give you his first. I'll give you his up first.
we'd love to have you, brother. We'd love to have you. And also,
Definitely.
I'd like to mention something, too, that I'm involved with, and that's the indiework.org. Were you going to talk about that, any?
Actually, no, I wasn't, but let's go ahead and talk about it. Let's talk about the nonprofit.
All right, yeah.
Let's go ahead and talk about it.
Yeah, so people can check out indiework.org. So it's an organization that advocates for Black and brown entrepreneurs and gig workers in the Commonwealth of Boston. So it really is supporting, Black and brown entrepreneurs, small business owners, and individuals who, can take care of all sorts of gigs for you. And so you can definitely go and check them out and support. We love working with them. Indy, INDY, work.org. And so that's the website. And check it out. Mention the word gig workers, non-unionized. And so you may have to be one of the ways to, really go ahead and help out some more Black and brown folks in Boston here or in the Commonwealth of Mass.
Hey man, listen, man, I would definitely do that. I'll definitely do that 100%. You know what I mean? Because that's something. Go ahead.
I was going to say also, too, for our website, we're talking about the candles and the candle parties. Everyone can check out CandleLux. That's LUX. So BostonCandleLux.com. BostonCandleLux.com. They can order their candles up and also book a party there, too.
Now, where can they find you on IG?
Oh, everything's Boston CandleLux. So all of our IG, Facebook, Pinterest, TikTok. Yeah, check us out. Boston CandleLux.
Well, listen, man, I definitely appreciate you joining me here on the show. Like I said, keep in touch. I'm definitely going to keep in touch with you. And when I go it up to Boston, man, with my group, I'll give you heads up first. You know what I mean? I definitely give you heads up.
It'll be a blast, bro. We'll have a blast.
Listen, baby, because you got the Ciroc and crystals.
Yeah, that's right. Our candle parties are called It's Lit, and with you in town and your peeps, it'll be totally lit.
Facts. All right, man. Well, listen, man, I appreciate you, man. Join us. Welcome to the family, as we always say to everybody that joined us, and we really meant that. When we say welcome to the family, you are now considered one of our family members. So, cuz, as I leave out, cuz, I love you. You be safe out there. Drive safe, and we'll be watching, man, and we'll definitely keep in touch with you, man.
All right.
Appreciate you.
Love you too, bro. Peace.
All right, man. Oh, y'all, good show once again here on the OT Radio Show. Make sure you go ahead and check everything out. Boston CandleLux on all social media platforms. Listen, y'all, my man got Ciroc and crystals, y'all. Ciroc and crystals. He got the lit parties, right? He got date night every third Friday. First Friday is going down too. So y'all make sure y'all go ahead and check him out. Go ahead and make some candles. Fellas, go ahead down there with your lady. Go ahead and make a couple of candles for it to be smelling good, because once again, it is true. The aroma, smell, the mood. Hey, bro. Then you can make it a Hennessy night. You feel what I'm saying, bro? You can make it any night after that. You know what I mean, people? So listen, y'all. I love y'all. Y'all be good. Make sure, like OT always say, if someone asks you how you doing, you tell them you're doing better than yesterday, because you woke up the next day. All right, y'all. I love y'all. Y'all be good. I appreciate y'all. And hey, we'll see y'all again tomorrow, same time, same place, here on the OT Radio Show. Peace.